Yo, so here's a prime example of what not to do when you get rejected. Like this dude got rejected. He gave a girl a compliment and she didn't receive it well, and then he proceeded to do this.
Yo, weird. What's wrong with you? If you don't want anybody to say anything complimenting, why don't put it on? It's fucking weird. Wear a bathrobe. Dumbass. What you talking about? Don't look at me like that. Respect your place. You guys are women. I put all you guys in my trunk and everybody will look at you on forensic files the next day. Get out of here. Have some respect for men.
Yo, so this is how you could tell my man is off, because my man gave her a compliment, she didn't receive it well, and then his next thought was to say that I'm gonna put your body in a trunk. You're gonna be on forensic file. You got to be one of the most, this how you know he off. This how you know he all the way off. Because you jumped from 0 to 1,000, literally, because you received a tad bit of rejection.
Look, Daddy, I'm giving you a compliment and you scared to take it. You think I care about, man? You think I care about you, motherfucker? Stop playing. About you? Give you a compliment, you scared to take it. Stay right here. Everybody on the phone, like, yo, he's my brother, he's my brother, he's my brother. Get the fuck out of here. This is what you deal with in 2023. You know, my grandma was better than these drunk.
Niggas okay, hella crazy. And all you men out here not saying and just letting him talk is crazy.
The funny part, as she says this, it's a guy standing in between her and the guy. In the camera shot, you can see him. And I've counted 3 other guys that have been standing around making sure things don't get crazy. Now, what she wants is for, it's crazy, ain't no dudes around saying nothing to him. Ain't nothing to be said. And I don't know if you noticed, the dude is sizable. He don't seem like no little dude. So, yeah, dudes know the repercussions of getting into it with a dude like this. So, it's a bunch of dudes around being quiet that ain't ready to risk their family, their wife, their livelihood to die out here. He talking about putting people in trunks. Whether he is going to do that or not, I'm just saying we know that when we get into it with men like this, it's probably going to be a problem. But it's a bunch of men standing around making sure don't nothing happen to you. But you're not acknowledging them because you want somebody to talk like he's talking. Ain't nothing else to be said. He talking, let him talk. You understand what I'm saying? Let him talk. That's what he does best. But it's men standing around waiting on some action. If he ain't about no action, then ain't nothing we need to say to really egg him on. I mean, the best you could do is try to talk him down. Hey, my man, chill out. Like, calm down a little bit. But really, that's not going to lead to nothing fruitful either, because he's going to turn up on whoever starts talking to him. So it's best just to be quiet, let him talk. And if he want to jump, if he want to do something, then that's when all the 4 or 5 men or whoever's standing around you is going to get in the mix and get busy.
Hello, and say hi.
By that piano gallery.
They want to act like I'm being disrespectful. But when I get out of pocket, now I'm the problem. It's weird. It's weird. But if you think something about news, it's like, oh, well, that's why, because you cheat, motherfucker, like you stupid. Like, all I did is be nice to you. That's how you act? So nothing was being nice? Yo, don't point.
Why are you yelling?
All I said was nice. All I said was
Stop talking to him right now.
tell me what the fuck.
Yo, why you stop talking to him until
I'm not talking. I don't give a fuck. Hear you. I don't like. You can say.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You put it on.
That's what you say.
Yo, listen.
Angelina! Jaylen! Come over here. Right now.
Look at you. Look at you. Dumb. He literally did this to himself. himself. We asked him to walk away so many times. He followed us back up because the line was way back here. We walked past him, and he came back up to continue going at us. And the only reason he redirected his energy is when they came. But it was like walking behind us, getting himself more hype.
So this is the perfect time to highlight the goofies out here. Like, if you're a goofy who can't handle rejection, like stay at home and practice it, man. Get your life together. Because for you to spaz out like this, because for you to lose your mind like this because you gave a woman a compliment and she didn't take it that well, go back to the drawing board. 5 no's ain't gonna lead to number 2 yeses. You dig what I'm saying? Like, stay in the game, cuz. And if you ain't got the mental fortitude to handle that, then I don't know what to tell you, but you don't need to be you definitely don't need to be chasing women down and barking and doing all this extra stuff you're doing. But what disappointed me about the woman is that she discounted the amount of men that were hanging around and being lookers on to make sure that she was okay. But she wanted the men that were hanging around to act like he was acting, barking, selling the wolf tickets. It's not needed. It's not needed. And it's also not needed that you would discount the presence of other males that are there to protect you and make sure nothing happens to you, because I wonder what would happen if no one was there. I wonder what would happen if you was in a dark alley and it was just you and him. I wonder what happens then, as he's talking about forensic files and bodies in trunks and all of that. I don't want to egg on what could have happened, but what I'm saying is, you see how it could go differently? And the only thing that keeps women protected is men. You see, she didn't start talking until the police showed up. When the police showed up, she like, yeah, that. Then she started getting loose then, right? But the whole time she was really quiet, as most people should be. It's like, yo, there's no need to egg it on. Like, the men stand around like, yo, if we got to bang, we'll bang. But they really looking at it like, yo, this ain't my wife. This ain't my baby mama. Like, I ain't about to lose my life over her. And I don't know what happened with this, but I'm going to hover. I'm going to hover and see what's happening and make sure he don't do nothing to it. Like, because if he jump, I'm going to jump. But you're not going to escalate the situation for no reason when you don't have to. But this brings us back to a point that we want to say, like, the laws of nature, women, I want y'all to understand the laws of nature are really archaic. Like, they really plain and simple. Like, women holler about equal rights and all of that, this, that, and other. Listen, the only reason that everything is kumbaya is because we are kumbaya. We have allowed ourselves to be like, you know, we're going to chill and we're going to do this, that, and other. But if you look at any part of nature, lions and tigers and bears and all of that, they go out and take what they want, and they dare anyone or anything to stop them. There's nothing that can stand between a dude like this having his will if he want to, besides another alpha male that's going to go crazy and rip his head off. But for all the women that are like, yo, you know, all right, to this, that, and that, listen, outside of the laws of nature, those rights don't mean too much. And I think y'all need to appreciate the fact that that the world that we live in, that all the men that could be aggressors, that could be devious, that could be just straight up evil, that could be like rip your head off for no reason. I think y'all to be appreciative that the world that we are conforming to be like, yo, we want y'all to do good. We want all of us to do good. We want everybody to thrive and everybody to get along. Because that is totally against the laws of nature. The laws of nature say that every chance you get, you should just rip somebody's head off and take what you want. And if we did that in a day and age that, men have always been stronger and bigger, no matter what y'all want to say. If we did that, the world would look a lot different. But I just want to reiterate and say this dude is a goofy of all goofies. Like, you following this woman around doing all this extra stuff because you got rejected. She didn't receive your compliment well. Like, bro, cut it out. Cut it all the way out. You corny for this, bro. But this your boy P Cam. Y'all let me know what y'all think, what y'all don't think. Get at your boy, man.